Well, welcome back. The U.S. military is feeling the effects of the coronavirus pandemic. Troops and their families infected with the disease is only scratching the surface, only part of the story. CBN News national security correspondent Eric Phillips joins us with that. Eric?
Well, Jenna, you said it best. We saw how quickly this illness can spread in tight confounds. For example, aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt during the saga there. But one military expert tells me that it's important to take a look at really the big picture. What happens beyond this current crisis? And he says it's important to do everything we can to prevent the spread of what he calls the slow erosion of our military superiority.
We're going to have a pivotal moment whether the United States is going to reclaim or relinquish our military superiority in the next 2 to 5 years.
Bradley Bowman studies U.S. defense strategy and policy. He fears the American military is in danger of being replaced as the world superpower.
There are areas where the Chinese or Russian military have capabilities that are more advanced than ours, and it pains me to say that.
Bowman says for years, updating equipment took a backseat to the war on terror. He says only in the past few years has a focus been put toward research and development. The results of that work will be ready to implement in the next few years unless the COVID-19 strained economy puts it on the back burner.
And so what that means is we will have done all this research and development efforts and got all these systems ready to field to our troops who desperately need them, and then we're not going to be able to afford to provide them. And I fear what that could mean. I fear this gravely, a historic kind of end, if you will, to U.S. military superiority.
Meanwhile, Bowman warns our adversaries are consistently looking for weakness. He points to Russia, that even in the middle of a pandemic, is still sending nuclear-equipped bombers to test our defenses in Alaska.
Their assessment of our strength is that we are getting, relative to them, weaker and weaker, and that's going to invite the very thing that we are designed to avoid.
And while Bowman says this is indeed an urgent situation, he wants to stress that right now, the U.S. maintains sufficient combat power to protect the American people and our interests abroad. But he says we want to keep it that way. And COVID-19 certainly presents more challenges to that